right, so welcome back to this video. So what we're doing now, we are continuing with this process. We've seen the long way on how that computes, and we now understand how Newton's method works. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to quickly do this on your calculator. And it is absolutely imperative that you understand how to do this on your calculator. So that's what I'm going to be spending the next part of the video doing. So we need to find a slightly much more efficient method of doing this. So therefore we'll jump right into it using our calculator. So let us make sure that we are able to do that. So remember, in this particular question now, you are trying to write this iterative process. So what I would recommend is that you would go to, and then you press that as your solution to your calculator. Right, and then you can press AC on your calculator, double AC there if you want. So what we'll do, we'll try to rewrite that expression now using the function that you have. So you can go, remember that our answer is 2, so you can press answer on your calculator, and then you can plug in 2 there, and then you'll go minus, and then you'll create that particular function. But remember that first equation that we get is our function. In this case, our function, if we remember very well, it is x cubed. So what we'll do, we'll put ans there, and then we'll raise ans to the power 3. It's because we want to make this iterative process much more efficient. So from there, we will go minus 3 times. We want us to compute our previous answer at all times. So that will be, and then you get a plus 1 at the end. And therefore, in the denominator, you will then get 3 times what the answer is, and then you can square that, and then we'll minus 3 from there. Okay, so you will see that this will be our first computation, which corresponds to our first answer. So what you then do, you press equals to again, then it generates the next solution, which is what we get as our second solution. If you press answer again on your calculator, it will generate the third solution. And if you press the next one, it will generate the fourth solution. If you press the next one, it generates the fifth solution. And according to our decimal places, we just needed to compute up until the fifth solution. And if we press answer again, we see that it gives us the same solution. So we say that this converges in 6 steps or 5 steps. And therefore, that is how you would efficiently get to do this on your calculator. So depending on the question that you have, what you do, you take your initial value, press equals to on your calculator. And then what you then do, you use Newton's formula. Again, you could see that the top function is the top function of this is my ans, and therefore it is my function over the derivative, and therefore you keep computing this way. It makes your calculation much quicker. What you then have to do, remember, you have to then write every solution of each step. So that's another thing that you then have to commit to doing. I hope this video has made sense on how to do the iterative process. What I will then do, I'll take some time and do some additional examples based off of this. And also remember, if you've got trigonometric ratios that you approximate the solutions to, then you then have to leave your calculator and ensure that it is in radians in the measure of degrees like we would all the time. I hope this has made sense. We'll dive deep into doing some more questions to further make you understand this. So see you in the next video.